Why be easy when you can just die? I'm Chewy Mew and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video. It's actually going to be about me showing you guys how you can get rid of the Snapshot Spider-Man leg gimmick. Where this leg here, you rotate it, and it goes boom, and then he kicks, you know? So I'm going to show you guys how you can actually get rid of that gimmick without cutting the piece off. And I would say if you feel like you're not too comfortable doing this, don't do it, because if you break the figure, that sucks. I would say if you try this and you just can't, if you just can't do this stuff like this and you feel like you're just going to break it, it's honestly, it's not worth it trying to have this gimmick, trying to have this articulation if you risk breaking off the, because if you break that pelvis, that little piece that sticks in here, if you break that, you're going to be looking pretty screwed, especially with a leg like this where it doesn't have a conventional ball joint shaped like this. See mine, the piece is missing here and I can rotate the leg. If we hold it here tight, we can rotate it. I'm actually going to cut it open again and show you guys. Having the gimmick, it does hinder the double bend in his knee. It does hinder, of course, you can't rotate the leg like this very freely. So, you know, doing stuff like this makes it hard. So, for example, if you want to do like the upside down pose with his leg the other way, it not going to look the best, but, you know. The way I figured this out was I was just posing him around, just twisting the leg and stuff, because sometimes the gimmick, it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then the leg joint, this leg piece, this thigh part right here just broke off. Alright, so the tools I'm using here are sculpting tools. I would say if these are for clay sculpting, it's these kind of tools here. So what you're going to need probably is you're going to need like one of these, like a needle kind of looking thing like this, a poking needle with like this kind of flat head. You can also have one like this. I would suggest having both of these. If one of them doesn't work, try the other one. Some kind of scoop looking tool like this. It also has the pin on it here, but I like using this one more. So you're going to need tools, something like this. Also, what you could do instead as well. Also, keep in mind, mine has been, this one has been played with quite a lot. I got it when I was like 4, and that was 2004. So I've had this figure for like about 17, 16 years, around that length. So mine, some of the joints are kind of funky on it. Some of the joints are loose. And so mine, it broke easy because it's been played with a lot. So you want to take your little spiky needle. You want to stick it here in the back of his thigh like this. Then you want to kind of wiggle it back and forth. So we're effectively trying to break the figure open to get inside of it. And it's kind of hard because I super glued it back together. The original one isn't super glued, but you can like stick a tool right there and you see it cracked. You want to like stick the tool in his knee like right here and then just wiggle it back and forth. And then I'm just pretending that it's stuck, but you know, just kind of stick the tool and make it go through and then just kind of wiggle it back and forth. The upper thigh, like his thigh right here, and then kind of wiggle it. And then eventually it should come off like this. So yeah, eventually it comes off. And mine is sticky because I put glue dots here. So I put some glue dots on this thing. I'm actually going to take them off now because mine are, I put them way too tight and I feel like I'm going to break the joint right here. So yeah, so that's how you take it off here. And mine already has these pieces here which are taken out here. And this little knee piece thing, it just plugs in, where is it? I'm trying to find where the hole for it is. There's like a little whiteness right here. And so when you break plastic on a figure, it turns white like this. It's supposed to be straight up like that. Like the peg is straight up and sticking out like this. Then when you move it, the leg, it kind of flicks. You'd be stuck with something like that. And then there was this little, I think it was this little thing here. So the way this looked like originally was, it was wrapped around this. I can't really wrap it around here probably, but you know, this spring was pretty much wrapped around this. I actually maybe can do it. And you tried rotating it, it doesn't really work, but you turn it and it would push the leg back together. And so in order to get rid of that, like I showed you, you want to have it opened up like this. And then the peg is going to be stuck inside of the thing, so you can take this off. Again, I'm just pretending because mine's already taken off. And it's going to be stuck in here like this. Then you can just grab this. And also, keep in mind, if you want to do this gimmick, on mine, I think the gimmick is actually kind of ruined because the way this is cut. So if you do this, keep in mind the gimmick will probably never work again. And if you're okay with that, then I would say proceed. So you want to take these pliers here and just kind of squeeze it and wiggle it back and forth like this. And then eventually, like this one has actually got stuck back in place. So what I did was I just tried unwrapping the wire from the cord like this. You could just take, you could use your hands or take pliers depending on, you know, if you want to do that. So I would hold this leg, hold this as tight as you can here, right here. And make sure you don't grab the pelvis because you can break off the whole leg piece. And then you want to take this and just kind of wiggle it, kind of just give it some force and slightly like pull it out like this. And eventually it'll come off like that, you know. Eventually you'll just be able to pull it off. And once that piece is off like that, then of course you just want to take your figure, put the leg back together like this. Put the leg together, make sure you put this piece in here. Also make sure when you're putting in this piece right here, make sure when you're putting in that little piece here, this little stub, make sure that stub is equal on both sides, because if not, sometimes it can fall out and it's really difficult to put back in. Come on, it's stuck now. I would say keep one of the legs on like this, keep one side of the thigh, and then while you're holding it, just take the other piece here and just kind of stick it together here, and then press the leg there, and then boom, then it's back together. And then you do notice it's loose. And when you put it together, you might notice on yours, this joint is going to be ridiculously loose. It's going to be crazy wiggly. And what you want to do for that is, which I've already done to mine, and that is put glue dots. So I've showed them off many times in past videos, where you take this little kind of wrappy stuff. So you want to take it and you just want to wrap it up inside that little joint here. So you want to take it and you want to wrap it up inside here like this. And I would say don't put too much. Put like maybe like one rotation around it. Don't put like the entire thing around it, because then it gets super tight. And when you're putting super glue, you don't want to get any super glue on this ring right here. So just follow what I do and take your little super glue here and put it along the outline here, along the edge like that. Put it only on the outside. Don't put any on the pegs up top here. Don't put anything, don't put anything on this circle down here, because if you do, you'll super glue the knee to the figure. You want to take it, whichever side you super glued first, take the other leg, put them together like this, and then just slide your little fella in like that. Then hold together for a little bit, a couple seconds I would say. But make sure to put the lid back up, put the lid back on your super glue container. And you hold it for a bit, and then while you're holding it, test the joints, rotate these. Rotate and bend this to make sure you didn't super glue these joints together. Because if you super glue those joints together, you'd have to really quickly cut the figure open, wipe it off, and then try again. And the knee on mine is a little bit loose here. Yeah, if the knee's loose, again, just go ahead and take your glue dots. So you want to take it, you want to take your figure and slide this inside the knee joint. Take it and slide it in the knee joint like this. And then hold it with both hands. Like stick it in the joint like this, and then wiggle the knee back and forth to make it get stuck inside. Alright, and then you want to take this one piece here, bend the knee all the way back, wrap it around like that, then pull it down under here, wrap it again, keep the knee up this time and wrap it here. It's kind of like you're wrapping because you're trying to get it stuck inside of the joint here. It's really hard to put it on camera. And then put the knee up, put the knee so it grabs the piece there, take it, wrap it around here. Or pretty much if you find a method that works for you, go for that too. Some figures, depending on just the structure of the knee, it works differently. And so you can see the knee, it bends, the two knees bend, kind of a weird way to put this. You can see both of the knees bend like the same way now. And then of course rotates here, and then of course this one rotates here as well. If you do it like this, don't just grab it from here and rotate it, because this piece still here, you can break the pelvis joint here. So when you rotate it, make sure like you hold the figure. Don't just pick it up and then just try twisting it here. Actually hold the thigh right here and then twist it. But yeah, so that's for a little tutorial here, showing you guys how you can get rid of the Spin Kick Spider-Man's gimmick here. You know, let me know if you've tried this. Let me know if you like this video. So yeah, that's all for this video. I will see you guys in the next review or the next tutorial. Yeah, guys. Wow.